Ah. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. You guys, I'm recording this intro in the morning at like fucking 7 a.m. This is crazy. I've never actually sat down to record an intro at 7 a.m. So here we are. Let me think about what I need to fucking say right now. Okay, so welcome back, you guys, to another episode of Raw, Real Authentic Woman. And today we are actually diving into part 2 of my rap series, my Real Authentic People stories, with Nay. So I'm excited to get into this conversation today. In this second half, it was kind of fun because we kind of flipped the script a little bit. You know, Nay was kind of interviewing me. She obviously has a history in, podcasting but it was really kind of cool to like flip the script and kind of be in the hot seat for once. And obviously, she's a very good interviewer. She's been doing podcasting longer than I have. So, this was really fun. But in this episode, we kind of cover everything from finding your voice, concerns about AI, what success looks like to us. And then we even cover the dating world, you guys. So there's a lot of juicy stuff happening in this conversation today. So I won't waste any more of your time. And I'll let you guys get into part 2. Let's get into it.
So I think we kind of covered the first one already, but I wanted to know what really got you into podcasting, period.
Actually, the very first job I had out of college, it was at a nonprofit, and we worked with people in the community who were dealing with substance use and were trying to get themselves out of that.
Okay.
And through that, we created a podcast. And it was called I Am Somebody.
Okay.
And so what would happen is people who have had experience in substance use and, went through all the process and everything, they would come on and share their story. Mm-hmm. And I really appreciated the whole process of how that went down because it was very intentional and they were very careful with how they were holding space for people who have been through something so traumatic.
Okay.
And it wasn't just substance use either. I shouldn't just say that. It was also like mental health and anxiety, depression, things like that.
Yeah.
So it was really, really cool to kind of sit in and be in a part of it. Mm-hmm. And then at that point in my life, I just started getting into podcasts. And actually, Emma Chamberlain was like a huge, I don't know if you've ever listened to her, but
no.
She was just like a huge influence on me.
Okay.
She has a podcast called Anything Goes, and she would just talk in front of a mic, and she was so relatable, and she felt so authentic, and it was one of those things that you could just put on in the background.
Love
and
that.
And it was like, and then she would just start talking and saying some shit, and I'm like, and that's facts, like I just would agree with what she was saying, and I was like, well, I feel like I can do this, and so honestly, like my podcast idea, I had almost 4 years ago. Like I was sitting on it because I was scared, I think, a little bit to go out there and actually put myself out there to some extent. And I just didn't have the confidence back then that I do now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's kind of what I feel like I went from A to Z. But that's kind of
no, that was great.
That's kind of why.
Like I wonder what got her into podcasting.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a multitude of things, I guess.
Gotcha. All right. So at what moment in your life when you felt your voice really mattered, and how did that shape your confidence today?
Holy shit. That's a loaded question.
It is. It's like a 2-part.
It is. I feel like I have to, before I answer that, I feel like I have to answer like with how I lost my confidence. Okay. Because as a kid, I was very like vocal and I was very outgoing and I was very out there. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of lost it along the way, like I would say, in high school and just like growing up, like I didn't feel like I fit in. I felt like I needed to fit in. And so by fitting in, I kind of hid the parts of myself that I thought people didn't like, instead of just like being fully transparently myself. And I would say that really didn't come back until, oh my God, probably till like college, I want to say. I was around a really great group of girlfriends who kind of brought that back. Yeah, like I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but it's like they really encouraged me to just be me. And they were, you know, they wanted that from me, you know, and they just embraced it. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't experienced a sisterhood per se, like a group of people, but I definitely experienced, and I'm still experiencing, a sister who's not blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So 100%. That's just what, I don't know. That's what I think really brought it back. And then, yeah, and then I had to go off on my own and be without them too. And then I had to be like, oh shit,
because you don't want to depend on that too much.
No,
you know what I mean? By, like,
yes, like we were talking about.
Yeah, we were talking about in the last episode. You don't want to like leech on to that because you're gonna find your identity in that person and that feeling that they're giving you. Like, yeah, I'm being around this person for so long, and like now. I don't want to get too caught up in that, but I think you get what I'm saying.
Yes, I totally get what you're saying. And it was just like, for me, it was like, I moved away in the middle of my college career. And it was like, I had to, like, I went to my next college to go play volleyball. And I had to be around this whole new group of people. I had to make new friends as a junior when everybody else has been with these
already
people.
Set in their groups and
for so long. And it was so hard for me because I remember thinking to myself, I was like, okay, well, I have two options. I said, you know, and mind you, okay, the college that I went to, extremely small, okay? To give you some perspective, I literally graduated with like 3 other people in my major. Like, it was tiny. My college was tiny.
Is it local or?
No, it was in Ohio. So yeah, it was. Gosh. Yeah, so it was a move for sure. But I was following my dream at the time. Like, that's what I wanted to fucking do, you know. And so yeah, it was really hard. And I thought to myself, I was like, because it felt like high school again. Like, that's where I felt like I was like, fuck, I'm back in high school. I was like, well, I have two options. I was like, I can conform again, like I did in high school, and try to fit in, right?
Yeah.
Or I was like, or I can just be my fucking self and be a loner, and it's fine.
Yeah. And it's okay. That's okay.
It's okay to be a loner.
So okay, but I feel like because we feel this need to have someone, we don't want to. It's easier to conform and to, like you said, try to fit in.
Yeah.
Versus just being yourself and like letting it naturally, the connections naturally come.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that I had that opportunity to like do that again. It was kind of like my revenge, you know, like what I didn't do in high school, I could do in college, and I just was myself, and I met really great people from that college who I still talk to this day. You know what I mean? But if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have made those true, real connections in that place, you know? Yeah. And I think that just goes to show that no matter where you are and how hard it may be in those environments, as long as you are yourself, you will find, even if it's just one person, you'll find somebody who will click with you, you know?
And I feel like you would rather have that than a bunch of randoms that you had to fake for. It's going to die off eventually.
Because it's not true.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Losing your spark and finding it again. I relate to that 100% because, like I said, after like the whole COVID thing and then whatever, I feel like I lost my sense of just having human interactions, which made me ultimately lose my personality. Yeah. So going from that to like I still have this huge personality. I do. But going from that to like be finding my spark again, it's so hard because not only that this version of who I used to be, I would never be that person again because that person had their father. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would never be that person again. Yeah. But who is the new me? Who's the new who is the new Nay?
But
you know?
Do you feel like they can still, that version of you can still somewhat walk with you into this next version?
Coexist 100%. Yeah. But it doesn't mean this is just it for me.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean I can be a better, you know what I mean? Like, I can have a bigger personality. That's just the person I remember, who I recall.
Yeah.
But me in this space where I'm finding my spark again, it's truly the journey. It really is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's ugly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's really
it's
not
ugly.
all
Like,
rainbow and
it's
butterflies.
not. Oh, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not. But like, it's beauty in it at the same time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's just discovering who you truly are. Yeah.
Do you think you've ever had to sit with like the pain that you went through? Like, let's say, you know, the loss of your father. Like, how did you hold your pain and you know, be able to see it and hold it, and I don't want to say appreciate it, but like, I don't think that's the right word, but like,
that is though.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Because that is.
Yeah.
And people, like, when it comes to the topic of death, people don't speak on it.
Yeah.
They don't. It's just like, oh yeah, someone passed. They're living a better life, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you get. But like, I will say, and this kind of sounds so odd. It is, but it's my truth. It is. And of course, I would love to have my dad still here. 100%.
Right.
100%.
Right.
But what I will say, I appreciate in the moment, because I'm trying to find the light in every situation. I try to.
Sure.
But what I do appreciate in it is who I've become. I'm so much stronger. Like, I'm just on the other side of things.
Yeah.
I've grown so much. So much since that person. I would say that girl. Because, that was a girl.
Yeah, isn't that so interesting, like, to look back on, because I've been through, like, painful moments like that, and it's like, now I feel like I'm getting to a point, too, in my life where I can look back on that stage of my life and be like, holy shit, like, I was so broken, and I, like, was so upset in myself and my life and who I was as a person, and all these other things that, you know, had interacted in my life at that time. And I can look back on it now and be proud of myself and be thankful.
To see the growth.
Yes, to see the growth and to see, like, how far I've come. And then also to be where I'm standing today and recognizing the blessings that are around me today. Because I think that's another thing, too, is that we sometimes, you know, are always looking to the future of what we want.
We're not in the moment.
And not acknowledging what's right in front of us at the time, you know?
Yeah, I think I just recently had that moment where I was like, I think going through old photos and things of that sort. Everybody knows we hate Facebook memories sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Or Snapchat. It reminds you of the things you don't want to be reminded of.
Literally.
But yeah, I'm at a place where I can look at stuff like that now and just like appreciate the time.
Yeah.
Like, just true. That's what we're getting at. Appreciating.
Yeah.
Because like they're like, what? You appreciate your dad? No, I don't appreciate.
Right. Like,
like what?
That's not what the fuck
what
this
I'm
is talking
saying,
about.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've grown so much, and I just feel like I wouldn't be where I am right now to this extent if that would have never happened. Yeah. So,
exactly.
yeah.
It's like maybe not being grateful for those hardships, challenges in life, like, while they're happening, but being able to sit back a couple years after it did and be like, you know what, yes, like, it's still something that I struggle with, it's still something that's hard, but like, I did that shit, and I'm grateful that I did that shit, you know, and that I, you know, like, I don't know, still being grateful for it, even though it's shitty. Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Finding the light. Finding the light.
Yes, in the situation.
What's the biggest challenge you face as a woman in your field?
Oh. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about this one.
It can be like creatively or career-based, you know? I
think as a woman, like, credibility is what I kind of want to say.
Okay.
Because I just feel like prior to the job that I'm working in now, I actually used to work at a video production company that was very much male dominated, which is not a problem necessarily, right. But I just had to, I didn't feel confident in my voice because there wasn't another woman who was able to advocate for me in that space, and I'm a young professional, right?
Right.
So it felt really, really hard to stand on what I know and feel, you know, like people were taking me seriously. So I think that's my biggest challenge as a woman sometimes. People, like, not taking me seriously or, you know, giving me credibility.
I get that. And, like, the respect that comes behind it.
Yeah. It's like, I have a degree. I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Right.
Like, I know what I'm doing. And I just don't feel like you're giving me that respect. And that's kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. How would you define success now versus when you were first starting out?
I think as a kid, I used to think that success was fame, honestly. Like, I would grow up telling people, I want to be the next Hannah Montana, you know. And I really thought that, you know, getting validation from other people was like, that's what made you successful. And I think I'm still, honestly, like, full transparency, I think I'm still trying to break that belief that, you know, success equals validation for people. Because I don't know, I feel like I still need, I think I still need time to learn and grow to understand what that success is going to look like to me, because I think a lot of people like to associate success with material things or just things that, you know, like money, for example, is a really easy one. But I don't think that I think success is going to be knowing that you're proud of what you create and what you put out.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I want to start feeling for myself, you know?
Yeah. And I get what you mean by the validation piece, because, you're not looking for it, but it's good to hear it every now and then, like, hey, I saw what you did, you're doing pretty good. Like, just that pick me up.
Yeah.
It's good to hear, to know that, okay, I'm doing the right thing. I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah.
So it's just like a reminder more so than you're seeking it.
Yeah, because validation is a tricky one, I don't know, for me, because it's just like, I don't know, it's like feeding the ego, right? Like, when somebody tells you you do something good, it's like, oh my God. That goes right to your ego, and you're just like, I'm this, I'm this, I'm
so
this.
So now you want to go harder.
Yes, because somebody told me I am. But it's not ever coming from you, you know? And I feel like I just need to get better at that.
What daily practices keeps you connected to your purpose?
Well, something that I try to do on a daily basis is actually meditate.
That's good.
It doesn't happen every morning because, you know, I'm an adult, and sometimes I need to get out the door and get to my ass to work.
Please, that's real.
But it is something that I try to prioritize because it does help me kind of regulate my nervous system a little bit more. Something that I've talked about on here, I have been doing yoga like once a week, and that really has grounded me in a way I never thought. So yeah, I think it's just, I think routine is so important. Like, so important. Dead ass. So like, I feel like if I didn't put myself in a routine, I would spiral. Honestly, like, I would not. I really like to do the things that I have during the week, which is, you know, my yoga, working out, and meditating, and, you know, having the same thing that I'm doing, because it makes life a little bit easier. And then I can, on the weekends, be like, okay, well, now I can feel like I can go off the beaten path a little bit, you know?
Got that.
What about you? What's yours?
Okay, so I would like to say, in a perfect world, that I do something daily. Let's start with that. Let's start with that. My day-to-day is completely different. However, I will say, I need that alone time. I call it my nonverbal hours. I need silence.
That's so good.
Just to recharge. I'm not talking about when I'm asleep. I need actual silence, whether it's me sitting in the car 10 minutes before coming home or whatever, just taking a moment to myself. Not on my phone, nothing, just recharging. I feel like I can implement that on my day-to-day. And I tend to do it, I don't realize I'm doing it. And that's just my thing. Oh
my gosh. I kind of want to talk about that too, because I feel like more recently too, and I've really been struggling with this, but it's hard for me to be still. It's really, really hard for me to be still. And part of me wants to get tested for ADHD. And I don't know if you've seen, like, all that stuff about women coming out, you know, finding out that they have ADHD.
No.
And they're like 28, 30.
Yeah, but it's real.
And I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, I don't know. And maybe not. I'm not trying to self-diagnose, so nobody come for me. But I'm just saying, like, I am very overstimulated a lot. And I think I purposely, like, distract myself too, because I find myself on my phone way too fucking much.
Just doom scrolling.
Oh my God, it's terrible, bro. It is so bad. And it's like, if I'm not, like, if I have nothing to do and I'm quote unquote bored, and I don't know if you still live alone, but this is like, I'm like, oh, I'll just scroll on my phone. I can't just be still. It's like, I can't just, like,
so you gotta find
sit
something to do.
And like listen to the birds outside or something. Like, it's so hard to just be still.
So how do you do that in yoga then?
I mean, because it's actually something that I'm focusing on doing, right? Like, I'm focusing my mind and my body, and there's an actual instruction.
Yeah, it's different movements, so it's not like you are completely still the whole time.
Yes.
So I get it. Okay.
So it's like, and also, like, that community piece too, I think is really real, and something that I never really considered before, but it's like, there's other people in the space doing the same thing.
It's your atmosphere, so it's like set. Yeah.
Yes, and that feels really, really cool. And I'm like, I really am eager to find, like, a meditative space that does that. I haven't found it yet, but I want to, because I think there's something about that community piece. Like, there's other people in here doing the same shit.
Right.
So that makes me a little bit more comfortable to do that.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I haven't necessarily meditated because I don't get too deep into that for religious reasons.
Sure.
I had a religious upbringing, but, like, I don't like saying that because I'm not, like, overly, like, religious. But I did have a religious upbringing, and some things I do, like, keep with me and I believe, like, wholeheartedly, and some things I just don't agree with.
Right.
And even for yoga, they will say that that's bad and you're not supposed to do yoga. I myself enjoy it.
Right.
Like, I do, and it's something that I truly needed. I didn't know I needed that.
Yes, exactly.
I was so against it for so long because that's what I was told.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I just went for it, and I'm like, this is actually just me moving my body.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's me stretching.
And honoring your body, too.
What's so bad about me? Like, I was genuinely confused.
Yeah.
And it went from that because sometimes she does, like, sound bowls. And I do have mixed feelings about that. But, like, ultimately, because I'm not, like, sitting in deep meditation, I feel like that's where I kind of draw the line between the two. And then, you know, this is to each his own. You know, this is just my personal preference. And I don't get too in deep into that. But I definitely see, like, that reset time is needed. Because, like, if you look on... Like, back to the social media thing. If you were to ask, or even go on TikTok right now, self-care day, what are you going to see?
Yeah.
A lot of get ready with bees.
Yes.
A lot of aesthetically pleasing spa days. And
God, that's so
nails
facts.
done. And, like, hair, which is great. Yeah. Maintenance. Yeah. Like, that,
right, like
that's great.
Right.
That is a self-love. That's an act of self-love. Taking care of yourself. 100%. But I feel like when it comes to pouring back into yourself and, like, truly not the outside appearance that I'm speaking on, truly in yourself, what does that look like? You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like on social media, they don't really display that, you know? And I feel like for me, it's really those moments, as simple as me just recharging.
Yeah, and just having that moment to yourself.
As simple as that. Like, it's not a whole... Like I said, get rid of me.
Right. It doesn't have to be that fucking deep.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's what meditation has done for me in some extent. But I'm so new to it that I don't really know how much I'm getting out of it. And I think I'm at a point in my life where I'm eager to go deeper, like, spiritually and, like, religiously, and what that looks like for me, because I'm kind of similar to you. Like, I grew up religious, but I also don't really like saying that because I'm not the same as what I was learning growing back up.
I'm big on, like, relationship over religion, if that makes sense. Okay. Like, I would rather say that over than people saying, oh, like, because I'm Christian. Yeah. I believe in Jesus Christ and God. The whole nine. However, I'm really big on the relationship I have versus the religion, and then that's a whole nother thing. Yes, but that's what I mean when I say that.
Yeah, and I think it's also like, because I think a religion is one of those taboo topics sometimes for people. You know, it's a hard conversation for people to wrap their head around, and you know, I feel like everybody has an individual relationship with whoever their higher power is. And I think that's really great because that's kind of what I'm learning. Like I view God as the universe, and that's what feels comfortable for me to, you know, because I don't, you know, it feels more comfortable for me to think of God as like an entity because it's all knowing, it's all powerful, right? So anyway, I really wanted to get into spaces where other people know more than me, I guess, about it, because I'm just operating from this is what I know up until this point, and also be open to like hearing about other religions too, like Christianity or like, you know, like other people's perspective on that relationship with their higher power and what that looks like, because I just don't know enough about it to be
to say
to talk about it in that way too, you know.
100%.
Yeah,
I have different people who have different judgments on that, and like we can tap into, like I said, that's a whole domain. But I respect it. Like I respect people who are willing to still have those conversations. Like we can agree to disagree, and that's just what it is. You know, it doesn't have to be my answer is right and you're wrong. I'm right and you're wrong. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I guess that's a good question for you. Will you say it's easier to make it in this content world or like be successful financially wise, right? Would you think it's easier, being successful, or I don't know what the term I'm specifically looking for. Because I'm not looking for coming rich, but like making it out. You know, that's what people say, making it out, and whatever the case may be nowadays than it was back in the day.
I feel like because I don't know. I just think that I feel like there's been a shift. I feel like in our generation, I really actually appreciate being from Gen Z. I assume you're Gen Z as well. But I really appreciate, you know, we just don't give a fuck, I feel like. And I feel like people in our generation are really starting to just go out and do what they want. I mean, it's interesting to me because I find that even some of the people that I follow and have followed for a long time from high school or whatever are going out and posting and doing their thing. And I will respect that, bro. Like, if you are going out and you are being you and you're pushing it out there, respect, bro, because it's hard. Especially because when, like, nobody's liking your shit and nobody's interacting with your shit.
But you're still going.
But you're still doing that shit?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And hell yeah, I'm gonna like your shit. Like, go do that shit, you know?
Yeah. I would say, and this is not, it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I truly feel like I respect the people who made it, like, successfully back in the day more than now.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just feel like because things are at our hands, like, our fingertips. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, it's still hard. You know, obviously, you just said that. Like, it's really hard. But I feel like we have way more resources nowadays than we did back in the day. You know what I mean? So, like, I feel like I respect the work ethic and the things of that sort from back in the day more than now. Because things can be later at the click of a button now.
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And it's going to be really, I kind of want to get into the topic of AI if you want to go there, because I have mixed feelings about it. I do. Yeah, we can go there. I do use it. Yeah. As a means to help me, but I don't replace it for my own creativity. And I think what is scary about AI is that it does have the potential to replace creators. And that's a problem for me because, you know, I understand the issue with humans now, right, is that we are so, like, we want everything to be done immediately, right? Like, it's a convenience thing.
Gratification.
Yes. And the fact that we now have a tool that does things like electronically for us is like, I feel like it's just numbing our society. And I worry for these youth out here, these youths. Like, I don't know. There's just I could get into it.
I agree 100%. I use it as well. College student, come on. Like you're gonna
let's be so for real.
Yeah, I use it in my day-to-day though, like different things. It helps me stay structured. I use it as a tool because that's what it is. It's a tool.
I agree.
But it comes to a point where if you can't, especially like I said, I'm a secretary. I do emails all day long. If I can draft one, I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it. Literally.
You still have to read through it. You still have to make it like humanize it, I should say. But it comes to a point where if you can't answer a standard question about yourself and you're asking this app about you, and it can be just literally introduce yourself to me, and you can't do that.
That's a problem.
That's an issue.
Yeah, it's a fucking problem.
Because if you think about it like this, is over time, you're not using your brain.
You're not using your brain.
You're not.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, and I think that we just need to have better boundaries with it. And I don't think there's a lot of regulations on it right now because it is so new. And it's like, dude, like who... Because we all know how good humans are with fucking boundaries, right?
Yeah.
Not fucking good. Yeah. Okay? So we need somebody to like... who's in charge of these things to set the regulations and to like put that shit in place because... I don't know. I just worry about these youth getting on here and, asking ChatGPT about Joey and why isn't Joey texting me or talking to me? You know what I mean? Like, I think about that. I'm like, that's not...
And don't get me wrong. I can see, because, like, a lot of people are against therapy, right?
Yeah.
I can see people using that as a therapist.
That's what I'm saying.
And it could be a good opinion, on the naked eye of situations if you're just pitching different ideas to this, app. It could be a good source. However, if you're just like one of those people who don't have a thought for themselves and agree to whatever this app is saying 100%, like behind it,
it's scary. Yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, it's
like
terrifying.
A genie in a bottle type of thing.
Yes.
Like, to shake it and,
Oh my God, totally. Oh my God, it's just really crazy to think about because I feel like I like to say that we're still a part of that generation that, grew up when the streetlights came on and we had to go home. You know what I mean? Like, we grew up outside. We did these things. And so it just worries me about, like, technology in general, AI in general. I don't know. It just worries me. But
yeah. Well, you kind of touched on it a little bit. The dating world.
Oh, shit. Don't get me started on this fucking topic.
I think we can close it out off of that topic, right? And we can bring it on home after that one.
Oh, shit.
What would you say, like, it is nowadays? Like,
fucking terrible. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. It's god awful. It's so terrible. And it's just interesting because I think we all are saying that it's terrible. We're all saying that it's terrible. And
we're all in agreement.
Like, we're all in agreement that it's bad. So why don't we all just fucking change it? I don't understand. Like, are the good people just attracting all the fucking idiots in our generation? And, the idiots are attracting all the good people? I'm not really fucking sure. But from personal experience, it's just frustrating because I'm so ready to, well, I say I'm ready. I mean, who knows if I actually am, but I'm so ready to, like, share my life with somebody from what I've created in my own life. But at the same time, I don't know if I have the capacity for it. And I think a lot of people think that they're ready.
They're not.
But then they're not.
But again, it's going back to that timeline thing. It's going right back to that. Because it's like, this is something I have to do. I'm supposed to be married right now. So I need to be outdating.
And I wonder if more women think that way than men. Like, I would love to have a conversation with men about that. You know? Like, do you feel that stress of a timeline with marriage? You know?
Yeah.
And, like, having a family, or do you not give a fuck?
I hear, I can't speak for the behalf of males, but I do hear, like, it's about time to settle down, like, when they feel like the value of them is going, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Certain males, I'm not speaking for everyone.
Right.
Once they feel like they don't necessarily have too much to offer, or they're like, what I mean by this is like, ooh, like the physical attributes are like, you know,
Absolutely.
he's getting older. I want to say necessarily a dad bod, but like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but like, it's just different things. You're just like, okay, well, let me just settle down. Let me like it's more so of that than actually wanting to commit. Just off of that, just off of finding love. And don't get me wrong, I'm speaking on just a portion. I'm not speaking for the whole.
Right.
But this is what I've heard, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You know?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I know. I'm curious, like, if you're comfortable talking about it, your dating experience in the now. Has it been shitty? Has it been shitty for you too?
I wouldn't say completely, right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say completely, but I just feel like I'm in a place where my next relationship, because I'm not in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
But my next relationship, it's for marriage. Like,
yeah.
I got one good one in me, man. Like,
I swear to God, bro. I swear.
I feel like because I've done the work with myself, I'm not just ready to just get a relationship just because.
Yeah.
Literally. Like,
yeah.
No.
And, sorry, go ahead.
And I think that's kind of what a lot of people are doing right now.
Sure.
Instead of doing the work.
Yeah.
It's easier to, you know, it's
fill the void with somebody else.
Instead of actually doing the work. And because it's hard. It's hard to sit with yourself. It really
is.
It's a lonely road.
It is.
And it's really up to you when you feel comfortable enough to get back in the dating world. And it's not necessarily, okay, I'm going to sit out for 2 years, 3 years, etc., and then I'll be good.
Yeah.
It could be a month.
Yeah.
It could be a couple weeks.
Right.
Like, literally.
Yeah. And I think there's something to say, too, about, I mean, something that I've kind of been learning in this process is, like, I am learning from the situationships regardless. Like, even if it doesn't work out, like, this last situation for me, for example, like, I was really enjoying the connection. It was going really, really well. And then something happened, and old me would have reacted much differently than how I reacted now. And I'm kind of, it shows growth for me, and I'm proud of myself for how I handled the situation, because normally I would have chased after this person. Normally I would have, you know, started spiraling and like going into all of these places that my mind used to go. But because I've done the work on myself and I'm not as focused on a partner being the main thing in my life anymore, I can let it go a little bit easier. It still sucks and it's still hard.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's like, you know what? I've grown so much in myself that whatever's not meant for me is going to walk out of my life, and whatever it is will walk into it.
And if you have that mentality, it's easier.
It's easier.
It's much easier.
To detach from it.
Yeah. And I do feel like these are really learning experiences. Like, I feel like I don't necessarily knock situationships 100% completely. Yeah. Like, I get the stigma behind it. I get, you know, the hookup era.
Culture,
I get that. Yeah, the culture of that. I get that. But at the same time, I feel like it's truly a space for you to learn who you are. Yeah. Because, like, 100%. People don't understand.
It's like dating. A mirror. And it's a mirror, too, for us to see, too. Like, I really believe that.
You are learning what you tolerate, who do you like, what you like, different things of that sort, and you're learning about yourself the whole time.
And I really appreciated how you said that, though, because the mirror thing has kind of always been confusing to me, but I really appreciated how, like, you said, you know, you're seeing how you're allowing yourself to be treated. 100%. That is so fucking good.
And, like, this is a different way you can look at it, because, like, people can say, well, whoever, you know, are going through this whole situationship thing. I support it. I do. I truly do. Because, like I said, in that era, that's where you're knowing that you're dating. Because people think, okay, I'm going to dates. And I'm just doing whatever. Yeah. Dating is truly finding, like I said, what you like, what you don't like, who, X, Y, and Z. And you're free to do that. If you are a single person, you are free to do that.
You are free bird,
without
honey.
Judgment. Without judgment. You are. But if you're dating exclusively, that's different. You know what I mean? That's where we're kind of like locking it down to that one person. And etc., and then take it more seriously, you know. But I feel like you said, that mirror, you're truly figuring out what it's for you.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, it's just so interesting because I feel like I have traditionally always sought out relationships. You know what I mean? And I don't want to do that anymore. You know, like I just want to kind of, I know I said this earlier, but I just kind of want to build with what I have right here and invest in the people who are investing back in me and not allow, I like to call them energy vampires, kind of, you know? It's like I don't want to allow people to take advantage of my energy and my healing and everything that I've fucking done.
That part.
And then you try to claim it as your own.
Yeah, absolutely not. That's what I was getting at. Like, my next is not going to be that. Like, I want you, like, you don't have to be perfect.
No, like, but, like, meet me where I'm at, please.
You do the work.
Right, I'm not doing it. I can't fucking hold your hand the whole time, babe. Can't do it anymore.
But I'm doing it. Yeah. So, you do the work. And this can work out potentially, but I feel like if we're not equally yoked. We're at different spaces.
Exactly.
I feel like that's where it kind of, it
can be hard.
Yeah,
it can definitely be hard. And I think I've traditionally always wanted to help other people through their pain because I have empathy for their pain. You know what I mean? I've been through some shit, and I know what it feels like to be alone, and I don't want anyone to ever feel that way.
But if you go, like, people like to go into relationships with that.
Yes.
And that's where they seek their source of happiness through the relationship. And that's the problem.
It's a problem.
That's the problem.
It's a problem. And then it's like, you know, I stuck around for these people who, it was at the expense of my own energy and my own time. It's really refreshing to have a conversation that can just be open and, yeah,
just
I don't know.
Is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you sitting down and having these conversations with me today. It was really, really awesome. I don't know if there's anything else you want to say or ask.
No, but I will say thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting me back out there because this is my first episode since I filmed.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, this is my first time getting back out there, so I really appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to be on your platform.
Absolutely.
I will say I have been watching you. Silent Night. I have been watching you. I've been hearing all your episodes and things of that sort. And what I will say about this girl, she's been very, very consistent. I will say that.
Thank you.
And I really do appreciate seeing that. Even like she said, even if you're not getting all the likes, whatever the case may be, this girl is being very consistent. Like,
thank you. Yeah, so we trying.
I appreciate seeing that because it's giving me that spark to like say, okay, Nay, you have it. Just go out there and just do it.
And you do. And I really have appreciated that space too because, like I said, I there's not a lot of people who can do that, and it's really comfortable when we can just let that guard down and hold that space. And I'm so happy that you came and talked to me today.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to be so honest. I'm obviously still new at this whole podcasting thing, and my iPad actually stopped recording right in the middle of my outro. And we did, re-record and do another take. However, the audio was fucked up because I'm still learning. Thank you. So I'm going to send you guys off today. I just wanted to reiterate, I'm very grateful for the conversation that Nay and I had. We talked about anything and everything. It was super easy to talk to her. I felt very comfortable, and I hope that she felt the same. I think she did. And please, please, please go support her on her platform. It's Talks with Nay, all right, on social media and, on all the streaming services. So please go check her content out. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate those who actually do listen and, follow my shit. It's really cool. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the episode next week. Okay, bye.